All right, so we're live. What's popping, everybody? Um, One Piece chapter 846. I'm trying to think if it's like how long or how good was this chapter? Was it the best chapter this year? No. What was the best chapter this year?
The best chapter of
You
this year
guys
was that
think?
one. The one to me,
Huh? Which one? Kirk, what did you say?
I think the one to me that was the best one was the one where we found out about the road poneglyphs on Zoe.
Was that this year?
The Road Poneglyphs on Zoe.
Yeah, it was like January.
That could be it.
Yeah, that's probably.
This one was. What about the Cracker versus Luffy? The first like when that happened.
Um,
That
that was
was that was
okay. It
crazy.
was kind of a shock.
That was crazy. But this chapter though, um, we had a lot. We got a lot of information. We got pretty much Pedro's backstory. We got a new commander. We got this resolution of Luffy versus the army. We got Sanji's motive, and we got some Big Mom. Even some Lola stuff. It was like a lot of information. But I guess we can start with the Luffy fight and the introduction of these new characters. What do you guys think about that? Like
Bro, I was surprised, like,
basically,
all, like, the different types of devil fruits that he showed and, like, how unique they were and
Yeah,
shit like that.
Yo,
yeah.
before we
I
start
was
talking about
sick.
Luffy, can we have a moment for King Bomb?
King
I don't think
Bomb.
he's dead,
Well,
though.
Yes. He looked pretty fucking good in that panel, honestly. I thought he was dead.
he could be. He could be dead.
He was
I mean, you
out.
know,
I think they're gonna
he,
take all of
he
them.
served his purpose.
I think they're gonna take all of them prisoner, even him. So I don't think he's dead.
Let's hope he's
Yeah,
not
I
dead.
think he should be okay.
And the question is, I
Um,
wonder if Big Mom's gonna have them, like, participate in the wedding or whatever, or if they're just gonna keep him in a cage the whole entire time. You know what I mean?
um, I think she probably in a cage. Probably in a cage. I don't think they want to do with him anymore. I think yeah, he stays in the cage. But I'm looking at the chapter again, and it's like, what's her name? Lady Amande, like her
Yes,
slow
Amanda.
ballad.
Yeah.
Ugh, with a Mato, Shiravo, Whitefish. I'm like, okay.
She seems like a savage.
I'm like, okay. And she's like, I'll kill you at the most painful and agonizing speed possible. I was like, okay. I like how Oda introduced a lot of like these kind of cool female characters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this arc we got three. We got Amon, we
We
got
got
Rajin, we got Smoothie, and
what was
maybe
the
Galette, I think.
yeah. So it's like Luffy, that fight, right, with Luffy versus all those guys.
Bro, that
For a
book
minute
fruit.
there, for a minute, I thought Luffy could pull it out. I'm like, is he gonna do this?
Ah, no, I knew the whole entire time. There's no chance.
And then what was shocking was how the dude in the world of books, I guess those are those real people or
Yo, that book
did he
world is
create them?
crazy. I don't
That
know.
book world is on another level. You guys think that's like an awakening ability?
It has to
Oh
be some type
yeah.
of awakening.
Because it's like what did
This
the two
like
guys
mirror
that
worlds
crushed
are
huh, go ahead.
crazy. I said these mirror worlds and these like book worlds. They that's on another level kind of thing.
That's
I don't think the mirror
crazy.
world is like awakening, but like the book world, that's like some like weird shit. It's like you're literally like
Um
creating another dimension type shit.
wait, I hear background noise. What's that?
Whoever just joined.
Oh no. Wait, Stella, you gotta have to mute all that stuff in the background. Wait. Wait, I can't what was Theory saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
You saw
It
some
was Frug and I.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But nah, like those dudes came out of nowhere and crushed Luffy. I thought he could like stand, like take the blow,
Well, it was
but he was
base form
done.
Luffy.
He was base form Luffy with no hockey, taking more hockey punches and
Hockey
kicks.
punches.
No, he did have haki because he was using Hawk
He was
Gatling and
hockeyed.
stuff.
Yeah, he was
I'm
hockeyed. Well,
saying, but did he wait?
his body wasn't. I mean, it
So,
was he didn't protect himself there. That was just
yeah,
like a full on like surprise. Like
Yeah,
They
he
call
got
him
crushed.
yeah.
Someone said he got crushed between two Gear 4 punches.
no.
That's no. But Luffy has been taking
I
a
mean,
beating so much. Like I don't know
yeah.
how he's still
His
like Like he's so trying to stay in that one spot. He grabbing the grass and all that in this chapter.
His durability's
pretty
crazy right now. Like it's like the amount of shit
Oh,
that
yeah.
he's taken, and he's like he was still good. Well, he wasn't good, but he was still talking. You know, when the guy's trying to drag him away. So I mean, that's done. Now we have Nami and the confirmation that she can manipulate the thunderclouds that Big Mom creates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which we're all waiting for that kind of revelation because
Yeah.
that's very interesting.
True,
Oh yeah.
but like I don't really agree with y'all on that.
Wait, what? What don't you agree on though?
You don't agree with us?
Yeah,
You didn't say anything.
I didn't get y'all a chance to keep talking about it though. But from what I remember, y'all was saying she could use the Riri card to control the weather homies and the cloud homies. What it looked like when I read it, she said that, you know, controlling the clouds that Big Mom has, she's capable of doing that. So like it's her own skill that she learned from the weather island.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
because of the
I think her tempest.
I wasn't
thing
saying
to do
the
that.
like it's from her own ability.
I know we had touched on him using the Vivid card, but yeah, this chapter confirmed that she's doing it with her own ability.
Yeah. So now I just
and-
want to put that. That's a big deal though, because you know she's not like helpless anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. That was what we were
definitely.
saying. She got a lot of development as far as like how important she could be. Well, we already know she was super important, right? As like a navigator. But now
Trio.
how important Nami is, like she's like really important at this point. Like she can control Big Mom's thunderclouds. And you know, even though, but the more impressive thing though is that what's her name got caught off guard and she was still good. You caught me off guard. You know, I didn't know you could do that, but she was.
Now
still
see now
fine.
those people, I think those people is like Jimbei, like around Jimbei level
Should she-
probably.
So you gave him a little boost, huh?
Cool.
Yeah.
Those people. Nah, that could still be they could still be like high by Sapro level.
I'm still wondering about Bobbin though.
Yo,
Like everybody's talking about Bobbin. Like,
Even
all
that.
this
Yo, wait, hold
yo,
on. Bobbin,
a lot of people didn't
y'all
know
stay hyping Bobbin up, and he didn't really do nothing this chapter. From what I
because
see.
Oda
That-
isn't showing us his
was
ability.
on
Like
purpose.
Oda's literally hiding us. Like
So,
he's
like,
hiding
It's
the
on
ability.
purpose.
I think since Bobbin didn't do nothing, I don't think he's more important. I think all of those people are on the same level. So like,
But real quick though, Ty, you don't think it's a purpose why Oda didn't show anything about Bobbin at all?
no, I don't think that. To me, it's like he's no more important than anybody else there. So like,
I
when
mean,
they got to attack, he just was chilling there talking or
No,
whatever the
Ty.
case was. But I don't think it's because he's special.
I mean, dude, you'd
I
have to make
think
a
it's-
point that he showcased basically all their powers in that one chapter besides him. Like, he's the only named
that's what I'm
character.
saying. Like he's
True,
like
but last
hiding
chapter,
something.
right? Last chapter, he took a swing at Luffy though. Like we seen him like take a chopper or swing at Luffy. So it's like, you know, to me, it's nothing special with him. Like, I'm not trying to say he's weak. To me, they're all on that same level. Just like, you know, some is probably slightly stronger than the others, but to me, they're all captains. Bobbin's not the leader of that whole unit. I feel like.
Well, the thing is, it's like you can say that, but the fact that we didn't
His
see,
power
we
is flat
saw
related.
everybody else except Bobbin, right? Everybody else except Bobbin. It's something.
I don't
that-
know, 'cause-
maybe he's saving him, but we can't say it's like no purpose. It's a
Last
reason. behind
chapter, like the last chapter before, I seen mad people. This chapter, I didn't really see a bunch of people like that. So at the same time, I just don't agree. You feel what I'm saying? I think that like y'all seen Bobbin design, y'all like him, and y'all hyping him up. That's cool, but I don't see the like. To me, it's nothing special. They're all around the same level. To me,
I hate his design. He looks so whack to me.
nah, he's cool. There's nothing wrong with him. He's cool for a made up. Like he looks like a Pokemon.
I mean, he looks all right. But I do think
Yeah.
that's the fact that he was what was it? Alias with the
Even
Collector?
that, just because
Collector.
his powers are being saved doesn't mean he's better than the other ones. He's just probably saving it so that way, you know, if he gives us everything now,
No. We're
It'd be
not
boring.
saying that he's better. We're saying there's a purpose. Like, what's the purpose of not showing him at all?
I think his
I don't-
power is flat related.
That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about like if he's stronger or anything. We're saying what's the purpose?
I don't
not
think that. To me, he's just like, you know, spreading it chapter to chapter or whatever. So like we'll see it next. Well, we're not gonna see it next chapter because it depends what happens though. Like if Luffy goes gear forth and start wilding, whatever, maybe Bobbin has to do something then. But you know, it all depends.
No, they're saying okay. I know Bobbin was in this chapter, but we didn't see him do anything in this chapter. We saw like a showcase of abilities from everybody else, pretty much. but
At the
nothing
same
from Bobbin.
time, what I will say about like getting to see Bobbin do something or not, from what it looked like, Luffy wasn't even standing a chance against those people. Neither was Nami. So it's like he really didn't have to do nothing. That's another reason too. It's not like Luffy put up, you know, he barely put up a fight.
I mean, the thing is like we saw like there was like 5 main characters in like that one panel where we saw the entire army, and we
Yeah.
saw 4 of their powers, and we didn't see the one that was in the front, which is supposed to be like the leader of all the whole army.
Exactly. He was at the front for maybe just just to show him, maybe like because he's shorter than everybody else. But it's like
That's what I was saying. That's the
You
thing
don't
too.
show-
If he's so short, if he was in the back, I wouldn't even know he was there. he was not in the front like he's the leader. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they
but
don't-
he can
nobody.
They can
But
still
no,
put him
no.
on the-
Because y'all always quick to say that X Drake
Tide.
can be a calamity.
That's the
Nah, I'm
thing,
talking.
though.
I'm talking. Y'all quick to
Alright,
say
go ahead.
X Drake can be a calamity. Kaido's people was talking to him crazy, but nobody ever called him Lord Bobbin. You feel what I'm saying? To me, they're all like equal
Oh.
captains under Big Mom. Bobbin's not. He's not special. You feel what I'm
No,
saying?
Ty, we're not saying Bobbin is super special, like he's super stronger than anybody else. We're saying
There's
what's
a
the
purpose.
purpose of not Bob's power?
Because
All right,
So
that
he was at
was
the-
no purpose. It was no purpose for that. It just so happened he just didn't show it this chapter.
No,
They'll probably
but-
show it next chapter.
okay,
Wait, can you agree to this though? That it's weird that we saw everybody else but not his.
I don't think it's weird. No, can't agree on that.
You know,
but
Alright,
whenever
always-
Nikki
can move
was
on, though.
introducing him
there's always a
last chapter,
Yeah, let's move on.
they stated him first.
They didn't.
Alright, they stated him first
to me, it's like,
as
you
Bobbin
can't
the
hype.
disposer.
You can't just because he's in the middle. Don't
All right,
mean
yo,
he's
let's
wrong.
just move on. Ty's arguing just to argue at this point. Just keep.
Let's
No,
move
I'm not.
on.
Alright,
No,
let's
for
go.
real. Like
Let's
if
move
y'all
on.
think that, I don't
Alright.
think like
Yeah,
us
Yes,
not
it's cool.
seeing his
It's cool,
powers
Ty.
was any big deal. It's like to me, it's like we
No,
got
Ty,
so
Ty.
much.
Ty, it's all good. It's all good.
Because
Did anybody
feel
say it yet?
Let's
actually
go to
see Bobbin powers too as being greedy. To me, like we'll see it when we see it. It doesn't mean that
Anybody say it
powers is
doesn't?
plot related.
let's move on. It's cool. What do you guys
I'll be
think
first
about
to say.
Amon putting her hand in Nami's breast? That's more important right
We're gonna
You
be
think
seeing
there's
some
any,
Rule 34s just happening very soon.
now. I thought like how she deduced everything so quickly. Like
I know.
it's only one reason why this could be happening. And she saw it as the Vivi card. But the fact that they said they have to talk to Mama about it means that could be the saver of the Straw Hats. That they're like, oh, okay, so she gave it to you because they thought she got. Well, they said the little runaway get herself killed, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm
that
gonna
means
wait
she
on
ran
the
away.
official translation though on that because the little runaway, I don't know, that might translate to something else.
It could, but this means like it's like if she ran away, that means like she didn't leave with Big Mom's blessing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like she
But
just
how does she have a Viva card, right?
maybe she stole it. I mean, but the thing is, it said Lola on it. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, but she ran away. So
Yeah, I don't- that's it's tricky. That's
yeah, so that goes back to where I don't think people can, like, if they want to, like the fact that
and
she
also
had to run
the thing is about that, like they're gonna have to talk to Big Mom about that. Sanji just talked to Big Mom about the crew, so it's gonna put them on good standards, I think. If
Do
she
you
hears
guys
about
think
the
Big
Viva
Mom was
card as
telling
well.
the truth with that?
I think so.
I don't know, man. There's too much deception in this arc. I can't believe anything.
Yeah, because she was
I
like,
can't-
"Oh yeah, I won't touch them. I let all of them go. I'm not gonna touch any of them."
Yeah,
But she did
I mean,
threaten
but-
them though, so I think she was being legit.
I mean, it was just like she was going back and forth. It was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna touch any of them. I'll let all of them go." But then what kind of swayed me back to the other side was when she said, based on what they did, I would normally have a problem.
Yeah.
yeah. She listed like everything too. She was like,
Yeah,
it sounded like she kind of had like a little angry tone when she kind of listed all that thing.
Bro,
Like,
she
to me.
looks scary as fuck in those panels. Look at her face
I-
right there. Yo,
Yeah.
that is scary
She's-
as fuck.
when we saw Kaido, right? And we saw Kaido, like his emotions like shifted really quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what Big Mom kind of went
that's
through
what
this
I'm
arc,
saying.
or
Like
this
she was
chapter.
trying to, like her tone just like changed as soon as she started naming off all those things. I feel like she was because of her facial expression. Basically, it's just like
They're still human.
You said what?
I said they're still human, so they got to go through the emotions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and her hat was changing with it too, which is always interesting.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
I thought that
does
was,
Sanji really have a plan, or does he legitimately think Luffy's just gonna leave and be like, "All right, thank you for letting me escape"? Like, does he really think that?
No.
Like, because it seems like he's really like, "Oh shit!" Like, okay, now everybody else is saved,
Yeah.
but it could be just tongue in cheek, and he really believes like, "Okay, I have a plan here." I don't know if Reiju is gonna help him at all, but I don't know. It just seems like, all right, Sanji, you can't be that naive.
To me,
You know how Luffy is.
to me, he gave up already. Like on trying to escape. like I know it's Sanji, but we got to keep in mind that like whenever these things happen, like with Robin, it took a while for her to finally be like, "Let me live," and she wanted to fight back. So Sanji's not at the point where he wants to fight back yet. He's like, right now, like I got these handcuffs. You know, I just want my friends to leave alive. That's where he's at right now. That'll change though, but for right now, you know, he gave up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm at the point where it's like, does he? Huh?
I'm pretty sure Big Mom's gonna give him the opportunity. Like, Luffy, you can leave this island, and Luffy's just gonna be like, "Nah, I'm not leaving this island. Give me back my crewmate."
Yeah, and then he's gonna die.
The other thing about Big Mom keeping her word, I think she's gonna keep her word because remember, before Sanji even got to talk to Big Mom, the commanders that was there with Luffy, they're like, you know, and Nami, they're like, we have orders. Like, you know, it's a shame. Like, they wanted to kill him, but they're like, you know, we got orders to bring you back alive. So it's like Big Mom, and that's the same thing that Cracker said. That's the same thing Boulay had said. So it's like Big Mom wasn't trying to kill him this whole time anyway. So that's why, like, I think Sanji shocked, but Big Mom has some type of other plan that it hasn't been revealed to us readers yet to why she's not killing Luffy.
Yeah, which is interesting.
I was saying that. Yeah.
Unless,
unless
the only reason she didn't kill Luffy was because, and I'm saying like this isn't unless, I'm not saying this is for fact, but if she could read minds and she know that's what Sanji doesn't want, so that's what she's been doing. But other than that, it got to be some other reason.
She want his semen.
Yeah, it could be she wants.
I was saying
like,
that. Yeah.
Weird type of reason, or it could be like a thing to where like, you know, there's that whole fucking theory where like Big Mom's gonna eat all the people at like the fucking party or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like.
Yeah, it's just a reason that.
Enjoy, boy.
It's a reason for it. Like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a specific reason why she wants to keep Luffy alive. So I knows what that is. The most interesting part of this chapter, other than the part with Tamago and his whole dialogue.
Yeah, that was cool.
And everything that was revealed. Like, that whole spread was just like amazing.
This is really nice.
Oh yeah, the art in this chapter was like top notch. Like, really,
it was dope.
I feel like Brook versus Tamago is basically confirmed at this point.
Brook or Pedro?
Yeah,
I think maybe it's like, what is Pedro gonna do to like be like debate? Like, what distraction is gonna cause?
I feel like it's gonna be like one of those things where it's gonna be like Pedro's distracting literally everyone, and then like it's just gonna be a broken Tamago, and he has to beat Tamago to get to the Poneglyph.
Like, hey, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
I have some mad respect for Pedro though. He's not even on the crew, and he's willing to die for Luffy. Like, that's
who, Pedro?
Yeah.
Well, with Pedro though, he still could be a spy. So it's things are still sketchy though with him. So
that's true.
You know,
I can't. You're right.
Doing it for his own reason.
Anyone in this art, like everyone is lying.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like after this chapter, there's like all the sketchy Pedro like assumptions have to like go out the window at this point.
I don't agree with you on that because like people were saying that like check this out. He tried to steal it before, right? So it's like
right.
If he's not trying to become the Pirate King himself. So maybe he's tried to steal it for somebody who was trying to be the Pirate King, so he can still.
Well, they said he was a pirate captain, so.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but at the same time, like
a pirate captain for the Mink.
Right.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, yeah, he's a pirate captain, but not every single captain is trying to.
No. It's like how on Amazon Lily, they have their own pirate crew, which is the snake symbol one, the snake pirates,
the Kuja.
That's right, the Kuja
pirates.
Yeah.
Like Zoe or the Minks, they would have their own crew as well, and Pedro was the captain of that.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, it would just make sense to why they would want the Poneglyph in the first place, because like that's their whole thing. They like protect the Poneglyphs. That's the point of the tribe.
Right.
I don't know. To me, like they don't really need the Poneglyphs, and that he could have been trying to steal them for Kaido or whatever. He still
I thought that. I was like
using
Luffy. See, that's the thing though. Like, there's so many possibilities when it comes to being a traitor. There's so many reasons he could do it.
It could be that, or it could be that he felt the first time, and Peckham's had to stay to get him off the hook, and now he wants to redeem himself, and he just wants to steal it.
With what they said about Pedro, they said the former pirate captain and Poneglyph thief of the Mink tribe, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, when you say pirate captain, is it pirate captain of the Minks, or is it pirate captain on his own and then Poneglyph thief of the Mink tribe? It's saying like, you know what I'm saying? It's real vague where it's like he could be a pirate captain on his own, and it's just like, he's just a Mink, but he could be his own pirate.
Wasn't him and Peckham Peckham's originally, they were in that crew when they
Yeah.
passed before. He said him and Peckham's turned up to the island and stuff happened.
Yes.
It wasn't Peckham was
Yeah.
in the Big Mama
Yes.
crew.
Yep. Yeah. So probably maybe Peckham's. Wait. So they were on the same crew.
Yeah.
So maybe a bunch of them ventured out and started a crew like after, you know, like.
See, this is the thing. Like he could be good, but when that person was like, "Hey, Captain," Pedro wanted him to shut up, and he didn't want him to talk. So I think like he's hiding something, because it's like, see, Tamago says former captain, but that person that Pedro told to shut up, he called him captain still. Like Pedro might be doing some sketchy stuff, but we don't know though.
Maybe, yeah. Well, let's say that he
Yeah,
left
but part of
in
the deal to get Pedro to like leave would probably have to involve some of the Minks staying on Whole Cake Island with Big Mom.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe the crew got captured, and the crew sacrificed themselves so he could leave.
Yeah, well, not necessarily
You know, like-
sacrifice, but like it said that.
Well, yeah, they stayed.
Yeah. What's his name? The
This
lion.
no small part to Peckham's appeal.
Yeah, Peckham's. Yeah.
Yeah, so Peckham's
Yeah,
had
true.
to do something.
But the guy though, he wasn't shocked to see Pedro or nothing. It was just like, "Hey, Captain," like it's normal every day. Like, so that's the thing. It's not like you're finally here. It's been years. You feel what I'm saying? And he just wanted the guy to shut up. So like to me, it's something tricky about that.
Are you sure about that? If I remember correctly, the guy was like, "Hey, long time no see" or something like that. But I don't really remember, to be honest.
Yeah, he kind of
Yeah,
was like, hey,
Tamago-
he said, "Is that you?" And he was like, "Shush, shush, shush! Don't blow my cover." Basically,
Yeah. So it could be like maybe he was like I said, maybe he served on the Big Mom for a small time. Then after
This happened in the Zoe arc or in the Big Mom arc?
it was like the beginning of Whole Cake.
the Whole Cake, yeah. When everybody was having the sketchy vibes, it's like, yo, what's going on with Pedro? You know, and it's like, oh, why does this person notice him? I must say this, because a lot of people feel like I hate Brooke. I was super hyped by like Brooke's whole demeanor,
speech.
how he
Yeah, it was
handled
very
everything.
good. Yeah, he
this
was very
whole
responsible.
chapter. That was
Brooke has
amazing.
got some nice development going on right now.
That was amazing.
This
for
is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I think I was about like when we first met Cracker, I thought we were going to lose to him and Luffy's going to be captured, and this kind of development of the side characters that's when it would happen. But it turns out like we defeat Cracker, meet Sanji, do that stuff, then get defeated, and now it's the side characters' time to shine.
Yep. Yeah, normally we like see the Straw Hats like, oh, we just got to save Luffy, we got to do this, let's get out of here. With Brooke, he rationalized the whole situation and said, yo, we're here. Like, this chance is never going to happen again. And Luffy wants to be Pirate King. To do so, he has to get the Poneglyphs. There's no better chance. We got to do this right now. You got to be the big.
You got it.
Yeah, true. Brooke was acting like a boss.
He was.
Oh,
Wait, hold
All
up.
the
That
side
was
characters are gonna
great.
be stepping up. Like Chopper, he's gonna be stepping up too. Nami's gonna be stepping up.
What
I mean,
was-
Nami's stepping up right now. Honestly.
Like 100 Hosts said, Nami's still the MVP of this arc, though. Like, no question, Nami's still the MVP of this arc. Like,
What was
It's the MVP of this arc.
what was Cracker's bounty again?
860.
800 and something. And now we didn't even talk about her. We
Yeah,
didn't even
that's what I
talk
was
about my
thinking
Big Bay.
about.
What?
Thick
Yeah,
boys. She's
Cracker
very
was like
thick.
85, right?
I think it's like 860 or something like that, right? Or-
862 or something like that.
Yeah. So, what about that Bay? Smoothie, man. Like, what do you guys think about
She's
Smoothie?
thick. She's thick, bro.
Big Smoothie.
But doesn't she have like this intimidating air about her? Like, you can tell,
yeah.
like, all right, she's super powerful. Like, she was just sitting there, just chilling.
Hey, I'm about to say something that's
Yeah.
gonna blow y'all minds.
Bro, actually, not when I looked at her, and she looked like a German soldier, like a German sibling.
She's like a mix of loads of stuff. She's like a long leg. I don't know what.
I wonder
the
if
hell
she's
she
a,
is.
Yeah, when I first saw that
I
picture
wonder
of
if she's
her,
a giant child.
Oh yeah,
she looks-
nah,
yeah, she
yeah.
might
Like
be.
to me, she's
She
like
might
a
be
half
half
giant or something.
Yeah, half John.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
she's the long leg tribe.
Well, yeah, like Bastille was like a half giant, but he didn't look like that at all.
I mean,
Cause like you know what it is too. Like
Because
in
he can
anime, right? And manga, those girls they always have long legs. So to me, it's not that. I don't think she's in the long leg tribe. I think that's just her design. Like I feel like with the long leg tribe, the closest we are to seeing somebody in there is Tamago and maybe the CP0 people. To me, it's like we're not ready for the
Well,
long
we
leg
saw-
tribe, so we're not gonna
Well-
see nobody from the
well,
long
wait,
leg
wait.
tribe yet.
I do want to say this though, which was in the beginning chapter of the Whole Cake Island arc. We saw a couple long leg people that were living on the island. They're not quite as big as her, but they have this tattoo that's on their leg. It's like a flower, and it's actually the same tattoo that we see from Blue Gilly or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I was saying we saw Blue Gilly.
Right.
Yeah,
She has a
And
tattoo
so-
on her leg.
yeah,
Right,
Blue
right,
Gilly had
right.
that. He had
So
something
I mean, it
big.
could be, but she's so big. She looks bigger than normal
Yeah.
long leg.
Well,
It'd be cool if she was like half long, like half giant or something.
Well, this is the thing. Her
Thanks,
like the long
Smoothie.
leg people, their legs is really the longest thing there. To me, it's just that like she's like a tall kind of girl.
Yeah.
I mean, her
That's why-
her
that's why-
legs
That's some
are like,
Poseidon vibes.
yeah, it could be the angle. We just have to wait and see. It could be the angle, but from here, her legs look like the longest things on her body. Like she looks like her head looks super small. Like her head looks really small, and then her legs just look like really huge.
Brago could. It
But
has no flaws.
Oh, come on, bro. We got to talk about the most fun part. Power level.
oh,
Power
900
level.
dollars.
Dude,
You know,
I've seen so much of this. The
Okay, guys.
Bounty does not straight up equal power. So just because Jack has a billion berry bounty does not make him stronger than either Cracker or this other girl. Although
Oh,
I would
I
argue.
disagree.
Of course, it's not.
Well,
straight.
no,
Guys,
does not automatically.
Wait. I disagree.
It's got to be an.
Yeah.
Jack is 1 billion. He's stronger than both of them.
Well, I mean, you get your bounty because you do shit that the world government doesn't like, and they increase the amount
True.
of reward that they would pay for you. It's not
True,
necessarily
but
just like straight up, I'm this strong.
Yeah.
True, but the thing
Yeah.
is though is that like
I think-
it's been times where people has been introduced because like it's a mix of threat and your power though. But I feel like with a Yonko's crew with these people who we know that they're a power threat, the bounties mean something. Now like I'm gonna say this like Jack, right? If Jack is Kaido's right hand man, he's definitely gonna be stronger than Cracker and Smoothie. But like let's say like if Big Mom's right hand man is like 1 billion too, right? Or like a little bit higher, a little bit less, like slightly higher, slightly less. That type of difference doesn't mean one is stronger than the other when it comes to
Yeah.
that person and Jack. But I feel
All right.
like where it's like a clear difference from her bounty and Cracker's bounty to Jack's, to me that's like, Jack is stronger.
Okay, so I'm not arguing that the bounty isn't
Making it harder
important
to.
at all. I think we can compare the bounty to the other members of the same crew. Like for instance, Smoothie I think is definitely stronger than Cracker.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
as far as the whole like Jack thing, Jack to me is the weakest of the three Yonko. There's actually, this was pointed out to me really recently, which is that somebody checked out one of Oda's notebooks. They looked at the writings on the side, and you can see like notebooks for Jack, Queen, and King in regards to Wano. Now I haven't looked too much into this at this point in time, but this was from Sandman of AP, super reliable. He picked this up, so I would assume that Queen and King would be greater than Jack, which would make Jack the weakest, which would put him on par with Cracker in my opinion, even though he's got a higher bounty than Smoothie. I
don't
just feel like they
think
should match
because-
up.
Because what he did though, it's like I'm not gonna let like a whole Jack King speculation thing like throw off what I seen in the story and from what he did, like from fighting the cat viper and the dog viper for 10 days or whatever, fighting both, and then it's like he was fighting all of Zoe. Nobody was really like the people he brought with him was scrubs, and he was the one he fought that whole island. Then he still went up to Fuji. It's like if he was as weak as you're saying, he would have been like, all right, you see how Pedro, right? I mean, yeah, Pedro was with the mission until Smoothie came, and he's like, dag, chances of success just turned into 0. If Jack was that weak, once he seen Fuji and Sengoku there, he would have been like, up,
Thug life.
Dofi, I can't do this anymore. I gotta go back to Kaido. But
Well,
just
that's the
Jack
thing.
being like,
Sorry.
you know who I am, and him going there, and even though he didn't succeed, even him just walking away with a few bruises and stuff, like that shows his power. So to me, like he's Jack's right hand, he's Kaido's right hand man, and his bounty is a reflection of his power too. It's not just because he's crazy.
Well, I don't think he's weak, but at the same time, it's I just feel like that they should match up. Like if it's possible that Kaido's crew is just straight up stronger than Big Mom's crew, but I just don't see it being that way. And then when you consider sort of Kaido's personality versus Big Mom's personality and the way that they handle their business, then I would just imagine that Kaido's crew would have built up a higher bounty because they're just more dangerous.
I will say
That's what
that.
I was trying to
will
say.
that-
I
I
agree
think
with you.
Kaido's personality, like he has more savagery on his crew. They're more barbaric. They're animals. They're literally all Zoans, right? So
I agree
think-
with you that the crews match up,
Rufus.
but what I'm saying is that it matches up because it's like if Jack is the calamity with the highest bounty, right? And we see what Smoothies is, right? Big Mom's highest one, it could be like a little bit over 1 billion, or it could be right under 1 billion, but it could still indicate that person and Jack is equal. And let's say that like the second strongest calamity, right? He probably has something that's close to Smoothies. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's probably like the weakest one who we haven't seen,
Oh,
the
I
weakest
got you.
calamity who has a
Well-
bounty close to Cracker.
I
Well,
have say about this. Like, one, the first thing is like people will say that the reason Jack's bounty is as high as it is because it's how cruel he is and stuff like that. But like we see in this chapter, like she's literally like ringing up some bitch and like turning her into juice and shit like that. So like obviously this girl is insane. And, like,
Yeah, but
she's like,
why? Why? Like, under what circumstance? I have my whole doubts about this whole Big Mom crew. Certainly, they come across as incredibly evil because that's what Oda is trying to tell us right now. But I feel this undertone of we don't really understand everything that's going on here. Why is this girl like being wrung out right before our eyes? Like, what did she do? We don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
support-
know what you mean, but I'm just saying, like, I think that Jack and that one bitch are probably on the same power level. Jack just has like an increased bounty because of his savagery.
Did y'all
Yeah,
notice
probably.
the
Yeah.
gloves on?
I think the bounty thing, we can't just use that. We can't
I-
just think.
Yeah.
What I think though is that like, see, like I thought like if Jack, let's say Jack is the third calamity, right? He's the weakest one, right?
All right.
So I thought that like maybe the first calamity would have like 1.5 billion or something like that. But from what it's looking like, right, these bounties aren't too far from each other. So it's like from Smoothie to Cracker, how much of an increase is this? It's like
It was like,
it's like
little
7,000?
7. No, it's like
70.
70,000. Yeah.
70?
Yeah,
Yeah.
70,000.
Yeah, so this is what I
That's
mean.
what
So
100.
it's like 70, right? And then from there, I think that's like from what her bounty is, she's like 7 7 away from
No, yeah, you got a point on that one because if
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it would be the next one would be 1 billion.
Yeah, so this is what I'm
True.
saying. So it's like those are like the top 3 rankings. It's not crazy big gaps. It's like, you know, she's the second. The first one is probably going to be a little higher than 1 billion or a little lower than 1 billion. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing with Kaido's crew. Like the next person we see, because check it like this: if they get stronger than Jack on Kaido's crew, that's OD because he already shown like hacks durability.
Well, yeah, but it's a
And
Yonko crew.
it's not
You
that
also
he's
gotta
old
take
durability.
in
He's power
the
too.
fact that Cracker, his bounty is a little iffy because we only know the bounty of his armor. It's not his actual being.
No.
So like you can't really
You're getting
measure
that wrong.
strength.
That's his
No.
bounty. They just don't know what his body looks like. But that's him. That's Cracker. That's his bounty.
Yeah, but he can create more of those. So it's like they're only measuring the bounty of one, it looks like.
Yeah, but like, okay, I understand what you're saying, but like, are you really gonna say that each one of those soldiers is 800 million bounty? Like, come on.
Oh, I'm
I don't
just
think
saying,
it means
I mean,
800 million, but it does
Yeah.
give you
It
a it gives you more. Like he should have a higher bounty.
All that
I'm not
means
saying
to
he
me
can
is
have
exactly
like
what it
double.
is.
I'm just saying it's slightly.
Yeah, not
Well,
double.
Well, he never
No,
has
he-
the.
He just
He never
uses
has
the
to
biscuit.
leave that form.
Y'all
That
don't
form pretty much deals with everybody. I don't think he has like
Well,
1,000 different bounties.
him in
and-
action though.
That's
that
his
means to All that means to me though is that like he just hasn't fought like an admiral or something before, or like, you know what I mean? Because he said
Yeah.
something stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
not too many people have
I
pushed
think
him
for the
because, like,
bounties though, we can't just say the bounty just because someone has a higher bounty.
No,
they're
but at the
stronger.
same time, it's a 50-50 thing though. Bounties indicate power too, so I don't like that. Y'all just want to dismiss the power part of it all the time.
We're not dismissing
It's an
it.
indication of power and of your threat to the world government. So you can't just
We're not
put the
dismissing
threat
it.
part over the power part. They're
No,
both
no, no.
equal.
We're not dismissing it. We're saying just because you have a higher bounty doesn't necessarily mean you're stronger.
But
Yeah,
that's
especially-
it
especially
means
when
that
you're comparing
like,
two high bounties.
check it out. It doesn't always mean that 100% of the time, but with these people who we're dealing with, when we're dealing with Ayanko's crew, the people who we know is no joke, who we know is about power, it pretty much explains itself that it was Cracker, Smoothie stronger than Potato Starch is gonna be the beast. Like it's gonna be like the Zoro to the Big Mom Pirates or whatever.
I feel like we all
like
agree
the
with each other.
Silver
We're just arguing about nothing. I feel like we all actually agree with each other.
And check this out about Jack real fast. Like the reason why Jack is ODing or whatever is because he would be like the Silver Rarely of Kaido's crew or whatever. So to me, like the bounties indicate power too.
Hold on, Ty. So you're throwing in there the sort of quote that Jack is Kaido's right hand man. But
Yeah.
I think you're talking about a mistranslation from the original.
No,
chapter.
I know. Check this out. I know it was not 100% confirmed. Like it didn't say this is Kaido's right hand man, but look what he's doing, right? Look at his bounty. It's like I'm not gonna be quick to say that he has that bounty because he's just killing people. I don't think that. To me,
Well,
like he's showing he has the abilities behind it, and it's not just because he kills people.
Let me throw in another argument here. So the first Sweet Commander that we saw was Cracker, who we all pretty much assume is the weakest of the Sweet Commanders, right?
Right.
And then we meet the next one,
I agree.
Smoothie or whatever, who's the next strongest one. And then we assume the last one that has yet to be revealed is actually the strongest of the Sweet Commanders. Jack
Yeah, I
was the
agree.
first Calamity that we met. So then using the same logic, then the next two that we would
No,
meet.
but here where it's break because Oda's a master storyteller, right? So look, this is not the same crew. This is two different Yonko crews, right? So I agree with everything that you say, but I think the scheme he's using, right, is for Big Mom's crew, right? He's showing us weakest to strongest, but with Kaido's crew, he's showing us the strongest first, and then he's doing it the reverse. You feel what I'm saying? So with Kaido's crew, we're gonna get the strongest, the second strongest, and the third strongest.
I mean, I agree with you to a certain extent, but I will say I think Jack is the second strongest, along with
See, that's the
being
thing. Like, he
second
could be second strongest. He could be the third strongest.
But,
and
like
he
the
could be-
reason why I don't think that Oda would have shown the third strongest Calamity right away is just because of the fact that I think Drake might actually be a Calamity, and it would be weird to have him show
Ooh.
up in the arc right there.
Yeah, see, look, this is what I'm saying. Look, if Jack is the strongest one, right, and X Drake is the weakest one, and then it's another one that has a bounty like Smoothie has, it all makes sense. Like all the rankings and stuff. And
Yeah, it would actually make
bounties
sense
and
a lot because like Arouge beat the weakest Sweet Commander, and we can all assume that X Drake is probably a little bit stronger than Arouge, so X Drake should be on that Calamity Sweet Commander level.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but from a bounty
Uh-huh.
perspective, I don't see him matching up that way. I don't see him with 100 or 80,000.
No, check this out. He's
million,
not
but-
gonna. It's not gonna be that much. Like Aces, right? You see what Aces bounty was? That fourth Sweet Commander could have had something like what Ace bounty was or lower or something. You feel what I'm saying? Or like maybe a little bit higher, but that would be the bounty.
I don't know.
that person probably had.
I just feel like that they should be equal at this point in time for
but Joey
it to
Boy,
have
listen-
one Calamity.
But check this out. They all equal because it's like, all right, even though Luffy, I put it like this, that Sweet Commander that Arouge beat, right? At this point in time, all the top supernovas, like the top ones who's battle supernovas, they all could beat him. Like I feel like Kid could beat that supernova, while Luffy
Yeah, I'm not
couldn't beat
arguing
Cracker. Luffy
that.
could beat that. I mean, Luffy could beat that Sweet Commander. You feel what I'm saying? It's like as the story progresses, these supernovas are gonna be monsters. So it's like that fourth Sweet Commander. It's not like none of the supernovas could not take them out.
What do you guys think that what is her name? Is her name Smoothie or does she have a name? I forget.
Her name is Smoothie, but she's like the minister. So,
Big Smoothie.
Minister of Juice.
I don't know. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
call her.
what-
I'm just gonna call her Smoothie. But
call her thick.
Oh,
Call
my
her
juice.
thick.
yeah. What do you guys think her power can like do? Like, you guys have any like theories on like what it could actually be? Or...
I don't think that was her power.
I mean, I get the impression she like rings a towel, so maybe something to do with that, or just straight up like juice powers, like she
Right.
can,
Ability.
like
Like obviously
Yeah.
we know that like she can like I guess like the harder she squeezes you, like more juice comes out. But like that's not gonna be like the
Oh.
that's not that.
Wait a minute. Actually, now that you're saying that, all the females who we seen, like all of them have like sucking out abilities. Like Big Mom sucks your soul, Radius sucks poison, and now she's like suck. What is Oda
Hold
doing?
Hold on. Oh, legitimate argument here. So, in women in One Piece, generally speaking, have stereotypical devil fruits. This
Yes.
is almost always true, not always true. So, like you have, like for instance, Charlotte Brûlée has a mirror devil fruit, which makes sense because women are concerned more so about their appearances than males. So
Yeah.
they'd be looking in a mirror. We have Suru with like clotheslines. Like you can just look at all the examples. Albedo with like a smooth. So then this character as well. I think if we're gonna theorize as to what it is, we'd have to tie
Yeah.
it in as well to the female
That's a good point.
general theme.
She might
Because
have.
Khalifa,
Oh, no.
doesn't Khalifa have like bubbles?
Yeah, so bubbles.
Yeah. Then Boa Hancock is basically
Love fruit.
Boy, Hancock is like love. Like
She might have more abilities than that. But what she did reminded me of Cyril, how like like she wrings them out to dry, but with Smoothie,
yeah.
Right.
she twists the moisture out of you.
Yeah.
Like if you twist in a rag or something.
So do you guys think that she gets like the life energy from that girl since she drank it?
Nah, I think
Yeah,
she drains it from them and it just goes on the floor or something. Like I don't think she takes it for
But
herself.
she put it in the cup though. I thought.
Yeah, she did. She put it in the cup.
And she was drinking it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So do you
I
think
mean,
that she like gains that?
Sucked her
Because
dry.
I
Maybe
never
she
said anything
has.
like that.
Well, since she's Smoothie though, I guess it just tastes as good though. But I don't think she gains anything from it.
Yeah, I don't think she gains anything from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like something to where like every time she hits you, she like takes some of your fucking. I don't know. I don't even know.
I just thought
Okay,
that,
Jesus.
that should just gain like life energy because that would fit in with the crew like of Big Mom.
I don't know. That sounds too similar to Big Mom's own powers.
Yeah, I think Oda needs to give like clarification on this because we're gonna be sitting here talking about
That's
like
not
juices and smoothies. Like,
That's not happening right now.
Yeah.
So,
no.
that's not-
Drawing a blank.
Because like when we talked about Cracker's fruit, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he could just multiply." You just control biscuits. Like everyone was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to wait for Oda to just come out of nowhere with this one.
Assuming she's the second command, like below like someone else, who do you think's gonna like what bounty do you think's gonna be the highest for potato starch?
He has to be at least
$1
$1 billion.
Yeah, I think
He has to be at least $1 billion. Yeah, that's what it has to be. At least
Right.
$1 billion.
I've never been hyped for a potato in my life till now.
Yeah, but potato starch.
I
Like,
never
when
been so hyped
when we
for a
look at when we
smoothie.
look at what's their names fruit, Smoothie's fruit. I think you guys were just discussing how it's similar to Suru's. Like,
Yeah.
what could potato starch have that would be like outdo like an Insta touch like that? Because it's essentially like a sugar kind of.
That's it would be along the lines of something that like hardens to the point where it's like above steel or something.
I think we're gonna have to do some research on potatoes to figure that out.
Whoa.
The only thing that I got about katakuri is that it's a starch made from like flour. So
Yeah.
given that, it might be another female, but given that we just got one with Smoothie, I don't think that's the case. Maybe some sort of like flour related devil fruit.
It would be cool if Big Mom's
It's fucking
like,
mysterious.
most powerful commander was a female as well. But
That'd be really cool, actually, because we don't have a lot of super strong One Piece characters.
What if
So it's like,
That's all.
what if it's that dude with the massive long hat from the singing bit? Because like Amande and Randolph
Talking
were
about the
there.
guy
but
with the black
we
hat,
haven't
like
seen
the
the top hat
the
dude
tin
yet.
hat.
wasn't that the
I
guy that
don't
was
think
showed
so.
up in this chapter or no?
No.
No.
we
No,
didn't
we
get to
haven't
see
seen
that
that
Madara looking dude.
I thought that was the guy with the. I thought that was the guy with the book fruit.
No.
No,
he's-
that
No.
wasn't.
No, that was
Talking about
Monte War.
someone else.
Because the dude with the top hat was from the Long Arm
Yeah.
tribe.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Well, Oda seems to operate in patterns, and so before we actually met the Sweet Commanders, Cracker and Smoothie, we didn't actually get to see them. They weren't foreshadowed at all. It was only the other subordinates that were foreshadowed, all the other lesser tier ones. So I don't imagine that Katakuri has been shown in the manga yet, but it could be. But
Yeah, I know when we see him, he's gonna be crazy hype.
Yeah.
Another thing as well is like this is what I mean. Like this entire arc, like I just said a minute ago as well. I think at the start of the stream, like to me personally, it was impossible to get past Cracker, like due to luck and weaknesses. They defeated him barely. Like I don't understand how. Like to me back then we had a 0% chance, and now it's like minus. It's like negative number.
It's like negative.
yeah, no, they're fucked. The Yonko, right? Like Luffy has gone a long way, but for real,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not ready for a Yonko by himself.
Wait, didn't Brooks
This is
say
not gonna happen.
Brooks say he wouldn't even get this far with the full crew?
Yeah.
No,
Another
they
thing as well
wouldn't.
is like I'm
Yeah.
really thinking. I don't know whether it's going to be someone from Akira or someone from Gurma or someone from Big Mom's family, but someone's dying. Like there's going to be casualties.
The most likely person I'm seeing right now is probably Pedro, since he's gone at Big Mom before.
He's
So
bait.
it's like, yeah, and then he's bait. So it's like he
I
already
don't
did
think
this.
Pedro's dying,
He's
though.
ready to die.
You could argue because it's
No,
Oda. And he
Brooke
doesn't-
was
you could
like,
argue
do or
that it's-
die,
you could argue
like,
that
he's
it's-
just bait,
you could argue
you know?
that because it's Oda and he doesn't like killing people. He will
Yeah.
be like he will be technically
True.
killed.
Honestly,
but
I
there
think
will
it's.
be brings
I
him
think
back.
Smoothie's gonna
Pedro's
be like.
story is not as important as Luffy's story, but to me, I like it because it's like he has something to prove to where it's like, I'm gonna get like I felt the first time, but I'm gonna steal his poneglyph this time. So it's like, I think he's gonna. That's a little side mini goal. I think he's gonna achieve that this time.
This is what I think is going to happen with like the Brooks side of the story. I think that Pedro's going to make his type of distraction, whatever the hell he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do yet, but it's going to be like Pedro like make distracting or whatever, and Smoothie's going to end up like chasing him or whatever, and she's going to be like torturing him with like while like wringing him out and shit like that. We're all going to think he's dead until the end of the arc, but and then like while that's going on, Brooks is going to be trying to get the poneglyph or whatever, and he's going to end up having to fight Tamago to get to the poneglyph.
I agree
I
with
can see that.
that somewhat. That like he's gonna play the distraction, but it'd be cool if like because you know what Tamago was saying, he just goes over there like he just goes out in the open like Pedro, former meat captain, and just talking that. Then when Smoothie comes, he starts running or whatever, and then because I don't think Tamago's not gonna run too, and then I think Brooke is gonna have to either fight Tamago or try to like get past him and steal a poneglyph. But what I like is that because what it seems like Pedro is stronger than Tamago. That's why Tamago wanted to back up a Smoothie there. So it's
Maybe.
like, once Smoothie was there, that's when Pedro's like, "Dag, I can't do this anymore." But if Smoothie wasn't there, Pedro could have took Tamago out.
Yeah,
That's
it could
what
be
it
that.
seems
Yeah,
like.
that could be. Maybe he knows like Pedro's powers. Maybe Pedro is like really OP that he can do things. That it's like Yeah. We
Well,
need to
also keep in
protect
mind that
against
Tamago and Peckham's are like equals, right? They're partners, so they should be roughly the
Yeah.
same strength. And then Pedro was the captain of Peckham's, right?
Yep.
So then that would make
Yep.
Pedro stronger.
Right.
Yeah.
True,
So he
and then
knows
I
like
remember-
what
Right
Pedro
on.
can do.
Well, wait. Wasn't Tamago like higher up than Peckham's or no?
No,
I think.
It seems like they were.
No, I think they're the same though. I think they.
well,
We
I
never,
do
we
say-
never, we
He's
never, we
around the
never
same
found
strength.
out. We never.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying that
do-
Tamago is stronger just because of the fact that we haven't seen his bounty, but they showed Peckham's.
Yeah,
bounty, like-
yeah, we haven't seen his bounty. Maybe
Yeah.
he's slightly stronger, but he
Maybe.
knows what Pedro can do. Pedro has to have something that he's like, okay, we need to protect ourselves because he's called the poneglyph stealer. You know, so it's like,
Yeah.
The other thing about Pedro is Nekomamushi was like, take him because he's the only one that could control Peckham. So I think that he's mad strong because if Peckham's
Yeah.
get crazy, he'll control him. And the same thing with Tamago. I think he's like more than what they can handle. But he's not
And I
at
think
a
Pedro
sweet
is
commander level
extremely-
though.
Pedro's extremely fast. Like he's really fast, and he can
Yeah.
kind of like hide his presence as well. So
Wait,
it's
hold
like,
on. Did okay, you remember when they were saying like when you could
Yeah.
copy the poneglyphs, there was like a piece of paper or whatever that you could like put on the
Yeah, the
poneglyph or
fish
whatever?
print.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they have that?
I would
Yeah,
assume
I
so.
don't see why
I'm
not.
sure
Pedro,
Pedro has some.
Pedro and Brooke have that.
They should.
Yeah.
I was gonna
All
say
of
'cause
them
I
did.
don't even know how this is gonna work.
Also, I
It's
got a
not
side
going
question
to.
for you guys. I got a side question for you guys. So when Pedro first joined
Yeah.
this Whole Cake Island arc or whatever, he talked about joining to watch over because of Peckham's tendency. But in this last chapter, we kind of learned what happened between the two people. Basically, Peckham's, like sacrificed himself or like plead to Big Mom for Pedro to escape. At least that's the impression that I got. So then, what exactly would have
Yeah.
been Peckham's tendencies that Pedro was talking about in the first place?
Peckham's tendencies is probably he ratted them in.
Ratted them out, but I mean, at the same time,
Yeah.
it seemed like they survived because
Like it's
of
Peckham's
Peckham's.
tendencies is I would assume is that he's more loyal to Big Mom than he is to his own kin.
But it seems like he had to be
I
that way,
came up-
right?
I have like a mini theory on that we talked
Yeah.
about in streams before, but like I don't want to bring it up again because I'd have to fucking show pictures and explain everything. But
Because the very fact that like they failed, and it was Peckham's that had to like bail him out, and then on Zoe like Luffy saved Zunisha, and he pleaded with he said I'll take the blame for this. Like he seems to take the blame for anything that goes wrong against Big Mom
That's true.
that he can help people avoid.
So, do you guys think the chest bomb's going to be in the room of offering?
Oh, well, this is another thing I wanted to say. I don't know why guys weren't freaking out about it, but like as soon as they got a hold of Nami's Vivre card, right, or Lola's Vivre card, and they said, "Oh, this is Lola's. What did you do to her? Did you kidnap her? Did you kill her? What are her last dying words?" And then the next scene is Big Mom all happy saying, "Sanji, if your mates don't mess around anymore, I'll let you guys all go." That to me was a clear red flag that things are gonna go wrong, and she's gonna take that promise back. Like,
Yeah,
what? You
mystery
killed
deception.
Lola? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the truth of the situation is that they didn't, and so I feel like the truth has to reach her at some point.
When are they
in
gonna
time.
get the chance to to confess that and seem innocent?
If Lola shows
I
up.
don't know. Lolo could show up. Yeah,
Yeah, with Big Mom,
Big
it's
Mom
like
seems very perceptive as well.
yeah,
That's
she's
true.
super perceptive. I mean, like with that whole conversation with Sanji, I kept going back and forth as far as like, is she lying or not? Because
But another trump to that though is like if the bomb goes off in her face, that's another like red flag.
well,
Yeah.
the way that Big Mom will know that if Luffy's lying or not is she can just read his mind.
well,
Have you talked about
the thing is, Big Mom,
When is
Big Mom was
Hashtag
saying,
confirmed.
Big Mom was saying, if nothing else goes wrong, I'll let them go free, right?
Things are
If
going
nothing
wrong
else-
because there's a bloody bomb in the box.
Yes.
Yeah.
If nothing else goes wrong,
No,
I'll let them go free.
there's no going to be as simple as okay, Sanji's going to get married to Pudding, separate from the crew, and then the Strats are going to leave. That is absolutely not going to happen. So
Nope.
there's obviously got to be some other solution, but
She also,
it's really a question of whether in the short term Big Mom is going to still perceive the Straw Hats as an enemy, or she'll figure out that they did in fact save Lola. And from the context clues of the situation, even looking at her family in the last chapter, like, oh my God, you killed Lola. What were her last words? Highly implies that they care about their own family.
Yeah.
And so going back to Big Mom, if Big Mom actually like for sure knows that the Straw Hats saved her, then that would put them on semi-good terms. At the very least. It would be a step in the right direction.
That's what the original idea was, wasn't it? That like the bailout card for this arc was that very fact that they know Lola, because Lola even said, "If you meet Mama, she'll help you out. She's a great pirate." Like, but another thing I want to bring up is that Mont d'Or guy. Can we discuss how OP that
His
the
fruit?
potential of that fruit is.
What, the book fruit?
Yeah.
I don't even know
fruit?
what the fuck was going on. He's like flying
Alice
on
in
books with
Wonderland.
illusions
Like,
and stuff.
can he literally create reality from whatever's in the
Ba-
book?
It
If he
seems
can
that
do
way.
that, that is next level. Like I don't
Got some-
even know
That
what to
is
do to
crazy.
He's got
He-
some Death
His
Note
middle
shit.
he's not
name
even
might be
speaking.
Katakuri.
Whatever,
Death Note.
whatever he
It's like
writes in the
big-
book comes to life.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that,
like some,
that's a pretty
like-
reasonable speculation, honestly.
because it went from like Luffy was somewhere, and he's like, "Oh, where am I?" Like, and then just randomly to
Like
this
it's
thing
and
out of
people
nowhere.
telling me that the cage that was around Nami, what like that wasn't Nami and that wasn't the cage around Nami. Like he literally that cage existed. Like people telling me that they got put into the book, but they weren't. They were still on a whole cake, but they were perceiving like a different reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why Luffy
It's
told
like-
him to dodge when those dudes were about to punch him.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. Well, the way
it
the
seems like the
impression
Big Mom's crew.
the impression that I got from this whole situation was that
It's
like
very weird.
Luffy was seeing illusions, but Nami wasn't trapped in the same illusion, so Nami
Yeah.
could sort of see what was happening from the outside, while Luffy was
Yeah.
mind fucked. That's the impression I got anyway.
The thing is though, like
Right.
why was Nami in a cage if it was Luffy's illusion? Do you know? What?
Yeah,
Well, because that's what Luffy was seeing. We were seeing what Luffy was seeing, which was
Yeah.
Nami in a cage. But she was warning him about what was coming because she could see outside of the walls. This is sort of the impression that I got. Because they were like inside of a
I want to
building
point
or
out
something.
another thing. That lady, the first one of the chapter, the one that's holding up her hand, it looks like she's got some telekinesis or something. She isn't using
No.
some psychic powers. Like if you look at like Nami's wrist,
Yeah, if you look at her wrist, you can see like a liquid. Yeah.
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 I noticed that.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
that was
like
crazy.
it's a bit. Do you remember that filler where Luffy and Law with that guy and he had like the slime handcuffs, like green?
Oh yeah.
So you could, like, it's similar to that, I would assume, except
Wait,
not.
Yeah,
I wish
the
I
pet
didn't
guy,
remember.
is that what you're talking about?
With the
What was his
dugongs,
name?
He turned them into his pets or whatever.
Yeah, pet fruit.
with the
guy.
fighting
Yeah.
dugongs, that arc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember his
yeah,
name.
that's it.
It's
That's it.
it's literally that, but without the mind control.
It was something goofy.
Yeah, she's
I think his
Yeah,
name
it
was
was the
Breed.
it was like
Nami
the pet
or some
or
Breed.
Yeah, Breed.
Yes.
Breed was his name.
And that
Pretty.
cream dude is like he seemed like he's like a lesser version of Cracker. He was like
He
making like
reminds
cream.
me. He is that the guy like one? Because one of those people they remind me of like of, what was that guy named Trouble, but just a different.
Treble.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that
Bro,
type
I
of-
was so
of
hyped for
He
Treble.
looks like, to me, he's like
Treble
Triple
was
Dom,
garbage.
right?
Because with Trouble, they thought he was a Logia, and he's like, I'm not a Logia, and I think it's the same thing with that guy with that guy. Like he's not. A
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
That was
I mean,
a
there's some
red
weird going on there. It's not. There's something strange going because not only was he cream, but the cream was on fire and shiz.
Yeah, like he was
There's-
like
it's a little deeper
manipulating
than that.
cream. Like, it was
because
so
it's
weird.
shaving cream. His
I don't
sister's name
understand.
is
I don't
Gillette.
understand what he meant. Like that it was so sweet that it burned. I don't really.
Yeah. These devil
Yeah, he
fruits
said-
you're seeing are like next level. Like I don't understand what's going on.
You think? Well, that's
Yeah.
that's kind of OD, but like unless he's like it's like a sugar rush, he's doing something.
I'm just saying if
yeah, go on.
well, you're saying like he keeps saying if I make it sweeter, like if my sweetness would make a sweet fresh cream. I'm like, you already said that. He kept saying like,
Just repeated what he was saying.
He might be retarded.
Another thing as well is like
Look at
I just thought this now, like we're all stunned by like these devil fruits and how like broad and crazy they are, but like this is how the enemies felt when like Luffy challenged them like throughout the entire series. Do you know what I mean? Like when he pulls out Gear 4 and they're like, what the hell is this? Like we're
Yeah.
experiencing these.
Yeah.
so we got like how many new devil fruits this chapter?
Well, to me, it all like
And I
to
love
me,
Oda for that.
everything makes sense
Yeah, I do
because like when you look at like Marco's powers and Jozu powers and Ace powers, like those was hacks too. Even remember
Yeah.
Blackbeard had a power that would have been given to Statch. So to me it's all
Yeah.
equal.
Yeah, I find it interesting though because like okay, when we look at Whitebeard's powers, like even though they were OP as fuck, they were like really simple. Like Jozu had the diamond fruit. Like there's nothing like really going on with that. Like the Big Mom commanders, we got like the biscuit fruit and the juice fruit. It's like
Yeah, hers is like food related since she likes food.
Yeah,
That's why.
it-
and
I don't think
Whitebeard is,
Smoothie was using
more
the fruit.
normal.
The thing is
In-
though, I think
Kaido,
like
he has his Zoans.
I said this before, like Kaido and Big Mom, they literally that's their aim. They're after like this kind of military
yeah.
might, whereas Whitebeard
Yeah.
was just kind of chilling.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah.
see,
So
even
he's
that
like,
though, to
be
me,
your own man.
Whitebeard had equal military might because if you keep Blackbeard, let's say Blackbeard wasn't a traitor, his fruit is way better than anyone's that we've seen at Big Mom so far. Or it's top notch too.
Yeah, but
so,
you know what I mean? Like if Blackbeard were to fight like this entire army, like or Thatch had the darkness fruit, and he was to fight this
Yeah.
entire army, he's probably still gonna lose.
No, but hold on, but that's
You think
unfair
so?
anyway because it's like he's gonna eventually fight someone on his level, stronger people or weaker
You
people.
say what he
You know what I'm saying?
lose?
It's not like hold on, this is not like every single Whitebeard commander versus Big Mom. You feel what I'm saying? So like with Luffy, he's on a weaker level in all. But I mean, for like if Whitebeard crew, to me, like if Blackbeard wasn't a traitor, or whether like if Blackbeard wasn't a traitor and Ace was free, it would be an even battle. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think one side would get overwhelmed by the other.
Also,
I'm saying.
Whitebeard would need to be healthy, I feel like, as well.
yeah. Him being sick would mess it up for them.
Yeah, I think this
I
is
wanna
showcasing
address-
But
how
besides
like,
that,
I want
this
to
is
think
showcasing how
Darkseid said as well.
formidable.
Like,
We say that again.
the Darkseid was saying like, Shanks was also chilling. But and when we look at like his crew, he's got like Ben Beckman. I would just say like Shanks got lucky. He picked a bunch of badasses, whereas Whitebeard picked a few badasses and a few scrubs.
the thing is what I think though. I think like after a while, like just because for the power balance, like you're gonna get your Marco Jozu aces or your Marco Jozu's Blackbeards and your Smoothie potato starch and crackers, and then the other people they're just gonna stop being strong, like Speed Guru and the rest of the people.
Yeah, I think eventually it's like this is a showcase, just showing like how.
And with Shanks, it's like that means that he's a beast. Ben Beckman's a beast. Yasop's a beast. Lucky Rouge's a beast. Those are probably like history people. Like
and don't forget a Rouge. Like he's still a monster.
Rouge.
Yeah, don't forget a Rouge.
He's not even on Shanks' crew though to talk about.
No. I'm saying.
At this point, can we all agree that Oda was holding out at Marineford? Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that like with Whitebeard being sick, right? And so with Whitebeard being sick and him being old, and I still say that this matters, like Marco getting cuffs put on him and Jozu being distracted, that like nerfed those guys so bad that they didn't get to seem like beasts how like Jack is seeming or like how Crack is seeming or like Smoothie seeming. So with that aside, yeah.
Marineford was just straight up a clusterfuck. It's so hard to have
like when we get to whatever arcs come in next, where we get to see these guys do their thing. Marineford is going to be a real disappointment. We're going to be like, what were they doing, man? How embarrassing!
It already is a disappointment to me.
Like another thing as well, it's like a lot of people I see in this stream and on other people's videos are dissing Nami, like because she had the enhanced thunderclouds, and she couldn't take out that lady. But I'm like, what? Nami's done putting a lot of work.
Disrespecting Nami. All right, show her some respect.
Yeah, Nami
better show the weak trio some respect.
She did what she did with her own skills. She was like, this is simple. This is within my powers. I could do this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's cool. It's not like here's the thing. She never used I don't know if it was because the homies. I mean, because Zeus and Prometheus was too far away, or if the Vivi card doesn't affect them. But all that Nami did was her own weather manipulation power. She had I guess because Big Mom was not there herself, she was able to take control of the storm Big Mom created. She wasn't using the Vivi card.
I have no expectations for Nami in the first place, so when she does anything, it surprises me. So I guess that's why I don't complain. But
she actually showed that she has mastery over the weather.
If anything, I'm more disappointed with Carrot and like Chopper. Like,
yeah, exactly. What are they doing? But you know what I think? I think they're gonna impress us too. It just didn't happen yet.
Yeah. They'll come into play. They'll come into play. Well, how do you guys think Smoothie's gonna come into play in the story? Like, do you think she's gonna fight anyone or anything like that?
Well, see, this is what I was like. I'm still gonna agree with what I was saying before. Is that if Smoothie gets defeated, right? Mm-hmm. Big Mom is so vulnerable after that it's like somebody might as well just come and kill her.
Yeah. They're not defeating Smoothie. Like we saw how OP Suru was at Marineford. Like you just go near her, you're on a washing line. She has like the same fruit basically.
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
You might be able to assume that she can drink the fluid she drains from you and get stronger from that. You never know.
And see all those other people around her. Like,
I think she's gonna come out the chateau like Beyonce. She's gonna come out there walking like Beyonce, and then she's gonna put on a show, start taking off the clothes, and be like, "Big Smoothie."
What if what if Niji or someone like fights her or something like that?
Yeah,
so,
what
if there's like a massive fight between Germa and Big Mom's army and Capone's crew, they're like the older brothers are definitely fighting one of the Sweet Commanders.
So this is the way that I look at it, right? So there's no way Luffy is taking on another Sweet Commander in my mind. He's pretty much done. It took all that he could do to get to Cracker. So the other Sweet Commanders and Big Mom herself seem off limits. So then if they have any role to play
right now.
If they have any role to play, the Sweet Commanders, it's either fighting against another enemy, like Germa 66 or something like that, or Big Mom herself. Like we saw earlier in this arc where Big Mom went crazy on a rampage, where she will attack literally anyone, friend or foe. So if this happens, then the Big Mom pirates might literally be contending with themselves for a lot of.
If Big Mom's in berserk mode and her subordinates can like shut her down, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I think
the Smoothie and Katakuri together, they should be able to stop her. They should
like if that would have happened, right? If what you're saying would happen, it would have happened already. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that crew wouldn't even exist. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, like that's not necessarily true. We don't know when she first got sick.
But they family.
You don't know.
No, but I'm saying that like she has.
No, Ty. Oda can't just be like, oh, here's a Sweet Commander, and then Big Mom takes her out.
It's not enough evidence to support that though. So I don't agree.
Well,
it's like
let me throw in another argument here. So normally Big Mom has a craving, and it's some sort of sweet, a sweet that they have some history of knowing how to like produce that sweet semi quickly so that they can give it to Big Mom and she can stop raging. But in this case, I think the highly foreshadowed item that Big Mom would crave for the majority of this arc would be the actual wedding cake itself. And so in order to recreate the actual wedding cake would be a huge deal, almost straight up impossible to do. So this wouldn't be a situation where, okay, Big Mom's on a rampage, just like hurry and like cook something. This may be a situation where it's literally now impossible to stop Big Mom's rage. Because we have to redo something that's taken weeks to
put. Why does it have to be stopped? Why can't they just go do some cooking?
Exactly. Like I don't think they're not gonna make her. Those are her forces. They're not gonna make her forces take her out for the arc. You feel what I'm saying? Like what I think is gonna happen is that
they're gonna be distracted. It's gonna remove them from the arc so that go ahead.
With Smoothie, like what they're introducing us to her crew. So all that Smoothie's gonna do is that like Pedro, he's gonna get her attention and he's gonna run and she's gonna chase after him, and Brooke is gonna try to get the poneglyph and leave, but it's not gonna be another major fight with a Sweet Commander.
What if
and I don't think they're gonna fight Big Mom.
What if Potato Starch, like literally, like when she's on a rampage, he walks in, he's like, "Yo, Big Mom, you sexy fine ass," and then she like just sits down, like she's all flattered. And he's like
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna be reintroduced to the Big Mom pirates later on, and that's when we'll face others. But for right now, we're just seeing them.
And that's when we'll see the true Cracker as well. That's when we see how
I don't see any possibility of the Straw Hats just straight up leaving. They're not going to straight up leave Whole Cake Island, even if they get Sanji back, even if they get the Poneglyph. I just don't see them just straight up leaving and running away while shit's going down between some other groups. Like there has to be a main conflict of the arc. And so while the main conflict is going on, the Sweet Commanders, the remaining Sweet Commanders have to do something. And I think we can all agree that these Straw Hats themselves and everyone that we know is present that's on the Straw Hat side right now is not capable of taking them. It would be an unfair fight. So how do we remove them from this
fighting? They don't leave, bro, they gonna die.
No, I know, but the thing is though is that like even if the Sweet Commanders do something like let's say like even if they do go up against Germa, right? It would be off screen. We're not gonna see it. So I mean like right now they're just showing us them. So when we get reintroduced to them later, we already know.
I don't think it would be off screen if they do fight. I think.
I think it's going to be
screen Sabo versus Fujitora.
Oda owes it to us.
Yeah, this is different.
I think it's going to be a
Oda owes us.
No, but listen though, in this case, right? Wait. Because with Sabo, right? That's Luffy's brother. With these people, we don't. Big Mom Pirates is nothing to us, so it's no reason to focus.
Yeah, but okay, no. I agree with you on a certain extent, but at the same time, Sabo is an important character to like not show his powers until like the end of the story. But like if
Fujitora.
Like Germa, this is probably gonna be like it for them until like I doubt we're gonna see Germa very much in the rest of the story after this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. And also,
but here's the thing, though. We're only gonna see Germa, right? Our only chances of seeing Germa, right? Or the Sweet Commands is in direct combat. Oda's not gonna show us a fight between two forces that are not main characters. You feel what I'm saying? Even Ace versus Blackbeard, that's Luffy's brother again. You feel what I'm saying? They're not just gonna show us like we're gonna see the fight happen maybe, and then that's it. We're not gonna see the fight.
You're not older.
Check this out. Wait, hold on. You're saying that, but did we get to see Akainu versus? Wait. Did we get to see Akainu versus Aokiji? Aren't they important? No, we didn't get to see it. We follow Luffy and we follow his family. You feel what I'm saying? And his friends. That's it. Big Mom is not his friends right now. Neither is Germa. We're not seeing that if they fight.
Well,
all right.
So I
mean, okay, yeah. Wait. Okay, what about Kyros versus Diamante?
Wait. They joined the fleet, so that's different. That's still a part of Luffy's crew. Right now, Big Mom has nothing to do with Luffy.
Kairo's not a part of the fleet.
Whatever like that. If they're not in combat,
Kairo's chilling on Dressrosa.
He's not a part of the fleet, Ty.
Kairo's chilling. What you talking about?
It's not a part of the fleet.
It's like put it like this. If y'all want to think we're gonna see a Sweet Commander versus Germa, y'all could think that, but it's like right now, y'all want that so much, y'all ignoring the logic.
Well, no, dude. Yo, Ty. So I kind of agree with you doing so. I don't think that we're going to see a full-on clash of Germa versus the Big Mom Pirates, just because I feel like Germa is Sanji's opponent. But there's got to be something that happens in this arc. There's got to be a conflict. Put it like this. And so all I'm saying.
I think everything with this arc is perfect, but the one person who's gonna mess it up is Capone. That's gonna be the conflict.
Come on,
son. No. Stop, chill. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that Capone is gonna be on some. It is the mighty Capone, and you can't stop me. He's not gonna do that. But he's gonna probably cause some type of problem. Like he could probably cause some type of problem where he ends up making Germa and Big Mom fight each other. You feel what I'm saying? He could just try to poison people. He could try to do.
But you think they're gonna off-screen it? You think they're gonna off-screen it?
Yeah, because it's like, check this out. They off-screened Ivankov and Magellan. You feel what I'm saying? Like if that fight happens, we're not seeing it. You feel what I'm saying? We might get to see a little bit of it.
At this point in the story, we gotta see it, Ty. We gotta see it at this point in the story because it's gonna have so much relevance.
You being a fanboy about it right now.
No, oh my God! You go with that F word.
You can believe that, but like at the end of the day, it's like the matchups can be any possibility.
It has so much implication on the future storyline at this point, man.
We gotta see it. I get what you're saying, where you was like, at Dressrosa, we seen fights, but all of those people joined the fleet and they're Luffy's allies.
Except for Kairos.
That's not the case. With Germa, that's not the case.
Like, yeah, but the point is, like,
that's a friend. But we didn't get to see that fight. That fight was off screen. So we're gonna see the fight happen. I mean, we're gonna see the start of the fight, but we're not gonna get to see that fight. Oda's not gonna spend. He even off screened some of Luffy versus Cracker, so we're not seeing that fight if that happens.
We got to see Whitebeard versus Kainu.
Sure, you know what? Believe that. I'm off the topic. Believe it and be wrong later. I'm a tease you about it. When it does
all right, people. Like the stream. We streaming tomorrow.
Hey.
I don't know, Ty. I don't know. You call people bias and shit. You know. I don't know.
Wait. What you said?
Why you calling people fanboys?
Nah, because check this out. They're gonna, wait. Look, say things, right? If they're gonna say things without like it being any proof of that could happen, or if they're gonna, it's like that's
neither one of us has proof though.
No,
that's
listen though, you're being a fanboy. That's some fanboy. So that's like, that's like me saying, look. That's like me saying, all right, look, I like Ace, right? That's like me saying
you're a fanboy of Ace, bro.
No, I'm not a fanboy because I keep thinking. I don't never
say something fanboyish.
Wait, hold on.
You said you liked Ace.
Right,
go ahead and say something fanboyish. I dare you.
It's a difference between liking something and being a fanboy. I like rivals. I'm not a fanboy.
Neither Braga nor Steve.
It's different thing. But hold on, look. Me being a fanboy, right, would be like Ace is gonna come back from the dead and he's gonna save Luffy. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like.
But I didn't say anything.
You don't think that's gonna happen?
I didn't say anything
that outlandish. He might bring Ace back from